Why? How can my connection be tanking? My CPU's at 80. Oh! It's at 70%. What could possibly be driving that much? Alright, that's probably a lot better. Okay. On fiber, man. I know it's not a bandwidth constraint. Anyway. Controller turned back on. What the heck? How can there be this much interference? Wireless is so king. What I need are better USB connections. Tasnica? Oh. Actually, I believe it's directly south on a palace. There it is.
You've reached Lemlian Castle.
I mean, the minimap is a nice touch, but ultimately pointless because it's not showing me anything I can't already figure out.
Hello.
Hold on, let me load my. That way, speakers don't trigger. I don't remember what the last thing was that happened. Pretty sure. Alright, now, before I blow all my money, I'm gonna make sure I have everything. Appreciate that you get to see outline. Here, armor.
Welcome.
Battle suit.
Anything else? Come again.
I hate to spend that much only to find out it's trash. Oh, I already have them anyway, so. I've always been able to summon Flammy here. What's this junk? Alright, dear Square, you have just contradicted literally like 1/4 of my childhood. I have always been able to summon Flammy in that spot. Whatever. Fine. It's all fine. Everything's fine. Where to sell? It's big enough for me to land. Which in the SNES version of the game, that's all you needed. Oh, I should go to the Water Palace real quick. You can just run upstairs now, that's... Your Square, I truly wish this remake had been better. There are some improvements, but overall...
Nothing's happening. Luca, are you okay?
Never mind me. What a mess this has become. These Imperial ruffians came and locked me up. Then they broke the seal on the seed. The seed seals cannot be broken if you wish to restore the sword. I suppose all that's left is to hope for a miracle. Believe in the miraculous and never give up hope.
Can I close it? I can, but I choose not to. My jerk. That update? No, it doesn't. I still feel like there might be too much wireless up here because, well, my controller stops responding every now and then. Full stream's not going to be Secret of Mana. There is going to be some DMC4, probably towards the end. But I would like to make some long overdue prog. Alright, let's just go. Get this over with. Shouldn't this have raised? Almost positive this should be raised. Yeah, it is. Alright, so we're just gonna work on these guys for a little bit. that gay. Hey. Whack. What's going on? Yeah, get wrecked. Shreked. Thank you. Level up. Oh, that's gonna hurt. I kind of missed the visual cue. No, that might actually be a PC mod. Though I somehow doubt the modding scene is particularly active. Hey, jerkweed.
Keep it coming.
Really? Oh, crap. Oh, wall is so devastating. Like, of all the statuses that can be inflicted on you, the reflection status is actually among the worst. By virtue of the fact, well, you can't be healed via magic. I probably should have used Still Feet on that. Sweet.
Be careful.
There's a guy I can buy crap from. I think Nico's here, actually.
Take that.
Feels like accuracy goes down with level. Nico down here? Bad fit. What's garbage is that causes these guys to respawn. On the bright side, not gonna be hurting for money. Ooh. Rip this guy. Game is essentially turn-based. No, hold on. There's a merchant around here somewhere. I'll just kill everything. It's fine. Dead. What? How? How? Reflect worn off? And you have no external sign that any of this is wore off yet. That just misses a lot. I'm gonna say it does feel good to be listening to like an honest to god, really good Kikuta soundtrack. You got whacked. And you're dead. I can two-shot those guys. What? Good for the goose is good for the gander. I'm just gonna stop using level 2s. Learning my lesson here. Not reliable. Freaking Mimic. I believe Mimics have a 100% chance of, Good thing is, shapeshifters cannot NP spawn themselves. Unlike the other blob type enemies. Oh. I am going to platinum this game, but I feel like I want to beat it first. There we go. There's gotta be something I can do about this accuracy. Is there a stat that controls that? I feel like you just resist all magic. And you know what? That's okay. I'm not judging you for it. Die already! Jeez. Oh! Rip in peace! Oh! Oh, you're alive. Okay. Not for much longer. Dead. Keep that knight on screen. You know what? I wonder if Shade's good here. There's a dude who sells stuff. That's what I'm looking for right now. Okay. Rip. Rippin' pepperoni. That ain't gonna help you, dude. I can two-shot you, remember?
We'll stay here and fight off the Imperial troops. You go after the soldiers inside.
Everyone in this party, their combined age is less than 40. Why? Like, no one in this party can drink. Okay, yeah, we'll go fight some trained soldiers. That's fine. Battle-hardened soldiers.
Be careful.
Still stuffing them. They must have moved his location. I don't need these guys respawning. Really don't.
We'll secure this plate.
Oh, you suck. You suck. Just hitting me with this junk. Back off. How is that not lethal? I was gonna say, that had to have been lethal. 95 times over. Just level up. It's Who's usually here? Young. They omit him? Because that would certainly make things difficult. Yeah, you don't get anywhere doing that, buddy. Jellyfish. Oh, there's a dude. Alright, it's fine. How many walnuts do I have? 3. Yeah. Orb. you run into the first boss for this section relatively early. Suck, dude. Dead.
Keep it coming.
Correct. And I can just hit you with Lava Wave again and I'll kill you both. It's fine. I'm gonna act like I don't know what's up. I mean, even if it's a retread, it's nice to see that Kikuta has work in this day and age. That isn't some mobile game. That's almost certainly a waste of his talents. Oh, what was that? Took some frog. You know what? Just die already. Oh crap. Okay. I mean, good game. Excellent. Everything going according to plan. I mean, the plan sucks, but it's still going according to plan. Wipe him out before he hits our MP reserves. Shoot. Oh, you suck. And I can't get that. Oh, no, not. I'd rather spend a little bit of MP on that than let him completely nuke my MP reserve. Hey, what's up? Ow. Oh, what did he just hit me with? You're in luck, because I really like casting Salamander. Oh hey, he grew a new head. That's nice. Kaboom! Stay where you are. Oh wait, I can lower your defense? That's what that does? Okay. I mean, I knew that, but I guess I can, at some point I knew that. Alright, now you're cooking with grease. Kaboom. Rip. Ripping pyros. What in conflagration? I love it when enemies are weak to Salamando because that's like one of the most devastating weaknesses a boss can have. I really feel like that there's no worst case scenario for a boss than to have a Salamando weakness. Simply because Salamando hits so hard and he's so cheap.
Get the cat dragged in. I'll take care of these pests.
Enough, Anna. We don't have time to waste on children. With the Mana Fortress in our hands, no one will stand in our way. Not the Republic, nor these rats. Press on.
Yes, sir. As you command. Your time will come, pests. I'll make sure of it.
I mean, I feel like
I can't see a thing.
you guys are perfectly capable of
Gotta hurry.
giving me a shot. Like, I have all 9 mana spirits with me. I feel like I should definitely be considered some kind of threat to you. Rip.
Take more than that.
Alright. What I need to do is I need to probably set up another savings account. And that one, I've got to do the math. I got to decide when do I want this new build. I have a GTX 1080. So, and since I don't plan on going above 1080p, I feel like that's going to last me a good long while. Oh, they're gonna just keep spawning while Al is here? Okay, well then he's gotta go. Alright, you know what? I need to know what to hit you guys with. If you say Dryad is weakness, I scoop. Seriously, Dryad. You get 1,000 for killing these things? Hell, I'll just keep milking these guys for a month. But anyway, so my plan in the next, like in addition to saving up for a house, is I want to build a new computer. I think it's time. It's not that my current rig is at all, like, struggling with any task. Like, okay, maybe I'd like to do some 4K video editing. But even then, I could set up proxies. And rendering proxies is like, whatever. But would like to be able to edit natively because proxies are slow. Like, they have a very low startup time. And unless I plan on... And the only reason I'd consider, like, not upgrading my computer is if all of a sudden I find myself working with 8K footage for which there's no system in the world that can natively edit that. And then proxies would make sense, and then an upgrade wouldn't make sense because whatever, I'd be running 720 or 1080 proxies anyway. Oh my gosh. But I will absolutely do a build log. Only because I'd like to document the build. I haven't built. I haven't built since 2013. I haven't built for me. Like, and I want to build because I want to build, not out of need, but out of desire. Like, eventually, a Core i7 like 3770K, even at 4 gigahertz, like, eventually stuff's just gonna be too big for that pipe. It doesn't matter how fast it can move it through if it doesn't fit, right? And plus, it's a quad core. Multi-core gaming is, like... Games utilizing more than 4 cores are coming. And they've been showing up ever since the PS4 and Xbox One hit the market. So anyone telling you more than 2 cores is all you need, like anyone telling you a 4 core is all you need, like that was true 5 years ago. That's not true now. Hold on, can I go through there? I'm pretty sure I can. Yeah! I don't remember what that does, but pushing the button. In the face. Oh, hey. Those are demons. Get wrecked. Boom. Oh my god, the damage is real. So, I already think I know what I'm gonna go for. Like, I'm gonna go for the highest end graphics card I possibly can that isn't a Titan, because Titans are stupid. There's actually no reason for them. Like, because if you need more VRAM, like, the extra gig a Titan has over a TI is irrelevant. Like, by the time you need 12, like, for instance, like the 1080 and 2080 Ti's, those have 11 gigs of RAM. And the Titan counterparts have something like 12. At least the current Titans have 12. So by the time you need that extra gig of RAM, you're also probably running into limitations like on how fast the card can already process them anyway. Like, it's not going to make that big of a difference. It's not going to make any real difference at all. Especially since 11 gigs of VRAM's a lot, dude. Watts! My friend!
You're safe.
One of our enemies dropped the secret code. Red, blue, yellow, green. What's that supposed to mean? We'll secure this place.
I know what it means! Alright, hey, Watts. Make me stronger.
I've been waiting. Which weapon is ready for reforging?
Shit. No. Damn it.
I've been waiting.
leave you with that. So yeah, that's my rationale. What I plan to do with this system, with the system I have right now, because I'm gonna migrate the Western Digital Blue. By the way, the Western Digital Blue I've got in my computer right now is, and I'm gonna have to ask my friend Brian, but I'm pretty sure this drive is 10 years old and still going on strong. So I'm probably gonna move that over. I've got a 2 terabyte Western Digital Black that's still not anywhere close to aging out. I think I'll just, actually no, I'm gonna leave the SSDs in, because my next board's gonna support NVMe. So I already know that unless there's some new storage format that's just wicked awesome. Dead. And I very much doubt that. There. It's fine. I think I've already been over there anyway. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have SSDs that are NVMe, so that's gonna be nice. Even less power usage than SATA drives, faster drives. Freaking die! I don't know what my specs are going to be. I don't know if I'm going to be using an AMD or Intel based system, but I do know I want 64 gigs of RAM. I just know I want 64. That's just what's going to happen. But as far as what the precise specs is, or how many cores I'm gonna have, I don't know. I suspect I'm gonna have at least 8 cores, 16 threads. I suspect I'll be able to. I suspect by the time I move to this PC, 4K gaming is actually gonna be possible, in the sense that PC gaming actually makes it out to be. Because, I'm sorry, the GTX 1080 Ti, the most powerful consumer-grade graphics card on the market, and heck, the 2080 Ti is not going to be capable of 4K gaming. If it can't do it on all, it can't do it. Period. There should be 0 exceptions. Like, it can either do 4K or it can't. And even failing one game is not acceptable. At least, oh, okay, let me rephrase that. If it can't run all games that are out at the time of its release at 4K 60, then it's not a 4K 60 card. And if it can't do it at max settings. Sorry, but if you're gaming on, if you built a gaming PC, then your intention was to be bleeding edge. Anything other than that, like anyone who advises you differently is misleading you. Because if I was gonna accept resolution compromises, I would just stick with my PS4 Pro or the Xbox One X. Not that I see anything wrong with consoles. I think if you can't go completely bleeding edge, get a console. Don't tell people your graphics card can do 4K when it can't do 60 FPS. Okay. Because that is really misleading. Like when people talk about like how their PC is doing for it, you know it is. That person's. Like look at the benchmarks. Rise of the Tomb Raider at 4K is running at 50 FPS max on a TI, on a 1080 Ti. Oh, one shot. Okay, need to you up. Alright, if I'm spending that much money, I want max power. Like I want to go Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken on it. What did I just get hit with? And how did I survive? I love the Angel Spear to Tread motif. Wow, that is actually going to hurt. Okay, go. Yeah, I might as well hit everyone because it's a full heal. But anyway, that's the reasoning behind. That's my thought process behind my upgrade. That will probably happen sometime next year. Like I've got to decide how much, because October I'm going to be putting in quite a bit of overtime. So I've got to decide how much of that overtime goes towards a house and how much of that goes towards the PC build. Both are very important to me. The house is obviously more important, but I need to determine that ratio because both deserve attention. Oh, how about that? Game, how can I be doing, like, oh my, alright, I thought that was gonna be way worse. You know what? Alright, buddy, you're hitting me with that, you wanna know what that feels like? Feels like that, stop. Also, Exploder's really expensive when you have 22 MP. What are you thinking? But, I mean, I can't, like, even if I wanted to build right now, I couldn't because all graphics cards are coming down. While graphics cards are coming down, guess what isn't? RAM. RAM is still angst. Oh, did you just... Oh, you suck. What are you weak to? Tell me once and for all. What he fears. Enemies with... He just resists everything. Time is it? 24? Okay. I think I want to be in bed by like 8:45. can I hit you with? There's got to be something I can hit you with. You don't resist. Hopefully he's probably gonna level up real soon. Shit. Nope. I killed it. Fine. All fine. Everything's fine. Oh, fraud. Yeah, that's kind of like what I'm thinking as far as like a PC upgrade. And honestly, like anything short of like Monster Gaming Rig, I believe is pointless for PC building. I truly believe it's pointless if you're not going to go all in. If you're not going to get like the best CPU ever. That mean it's safe? I mean there's a fairy walnut. Maybe I should use one right now. Oh hey! Oh, what a guess! How about that? For my next trick, I'm gonna pull winning lotto tickets. Hinges. Alright, hold on. We need to deal with this guy first. We deal with this guy first. Oh, that is not who you need to be hitting right now. Dead. Oh yeah, super dead. Like, the most dead. I remember a password. Red, blue, yellow, green. Red, blue, yellow. Oh, hey, look at that. Oh, that's definitely not a detail on from the Super Nintendo. That's kind of nice. Not gonna lie there. Ow! Fire. Like, so what you should, like with a PC, you should build it so that way the only thing you need to upgrade is the graphics card, and you should upgrade when the graphics card is so good, it'll be your last upgrade before, like, say, you do your next build. Like, my first PC had a GTX 670, because at the time, it was, the power difference between the 670 and the 680 was actually negligible. There was actually no meaningful difference between them. The specs showed 12% fewer CUDA cores, however, even in you know what? It's a trap! Oh, Royal Jam. How about that? Today must be my birthday. Like, if a 680 wasn't going to get 60 FPS, if a 670 wasn't going to get 60 FPS, rather, wow. Let me make sure I words this. If a GTX 670 couldn't achieve 60 FPS at a given resolution at given settings, a 680 wasn't going to be able to either. And that was a function of basically like how closely spec'd they were, and it was $100. And I was just getting into video production on my own, and I just wanted it for the CUDA acceleration. Oh, and I'm going backwards. Just fine, but and like that was game changing. It just so happened I could play games. I make no apologies about that. I wanted a 1080 because I know eventually I will be dealing with 4K footage, and frankly, I need the frame buffer when applying effects. I'd like to see if it's even vaguely possible for me to do native 4K editing. I suspect I still can't do it because of my Ivy Bridge CPU. I suspect that's my bottleneck. Please don't do a chest. Oh my gosh, how are you not dead? I think this is an awesome track. I don't mind being here. Spikes. Oh my gosh, Doom. Wow. That was cheap.
Let's go, Gaia! Refill the fire!
Thanks.
How expensive is that? Oh, jeez, 10 MP. And considering these characters are not going to hit 99 MP, that is a lot. Oh, shoot. Here. Allow me to one-shot you. Rip. Rippin' light bulb. Dead. Oh, I love one-shotting them. Alright. Dead. Oh, crazy dead. The most dead. And I realize my philosophy on PC building is borders on like excessive. But I definitely believe if you buy a computer, you should buy something that does more than what you need. Don't hit just the margin of what you need because your needs change. You typically end up asking more of it. Like for instance, in 2013, I outfitted my computer with 32 gigs of RAM, a GTX 670, and a Core i7-3770K, and it had I had a water block because I knew Ivy Bridge ran hot. I knew Ivy Bridge ran really hot, so I wanted my... And the cooler I bought was keeping a 6-core Intel CPU of the same generation, I believe. I'll have to ask my buddy Drake. Whoa, Mimic! That is not a, like what that was. but it was a 6-core with hyper-threading, and it kept it nice and cool. That thing had 64. I know it had 64 gigs of RAM, and it was also rocking a GTX 670 because at the time Sony Vegas would actually use a NVIDIA card, would use CUDA acceleration. Dead. Be dead. Get him. Right, get him. Rip him dead. So, like, if you're in the mood... But yeah, like, so anyway, in 2013, the computer I built is actually uses 32 gigs of RAM, which is, it's the system I'm on right now, with the difference being it's running a GTX 1080 instead of a 670, which, oh boy, what an upgrade that is. Like, I don't know of anyone who benchmarks the 1080 against a 670. Like, I'd have to do all kinds of data interpolation to figure out what kind of performance boost I'm getting. But a 1080 is a ridiculous card. It is a monster. Ooh. Ooh, I found their kryptonite. Not explicitly weak to it. Massive crab damage from it. Down here. I really ought to know what... Oh, I really ought to know this. I don't know. Yeah, that's kind of my thought. Really, like, so the mindset I'm going into my next build, which will be at the earliest next year, really, oh my god, that hurts! So anyway, so the design goal I had, and I posted this on Facebook, the design goal of the machine I have right now was an understated look, but powerful enough to just casually annihilate any task set before it, and it is, and from 2013 to 2018, it absolutely does not break a sweat doing anything except video rendering, but I mean, I can peg the CPU at 100% with a 480p render. Because it's just gonna find, the CPU is just gonna find something else to do for that render to go faster. But I mean, editing a 1080, 1080p streams is great. As far as a stream machine, it's fantastic. Oh my gosh, those are some big freeze balls. But anyway, the look of my system is... The outside is super clean, super, like, unassuming, but at the same time, not gaudy. It commands respect, but passively so. Like, it does not demand your attention. And there's something to that. When... The next build is gonna be really, like, it's going to be crazy powerful for sure, especially for a consumer. When I say go all out in the sense that buy exceptional parts that benefit you. So I'm not gonna buy like a server processor. I am most certainly not going to buy Threadripper. That electric bill, man. Like, when the CPU is, when at full load, the CPU is 350 watts from the wall. Holy crap. And that's just the CPU. God knows what the GPU is doing. I don't need that. Like a 95 watt CPU is fine. Which is crazy if you think about it, because like an incandescent light bulb uses 60 watts. I do wonder what I should do for power though, because CPUs are not using more power. GPUs are staying, they're staying within 50 watts basically. Like a GTX 2080 Ti is not going to use any more than, like, it's not going to be as power efficient as a 1080 Ti, but it's also not going to be above 50 watts. The 2180 Ti is going to be 50 watts less. It's going to use less power. And then, well, because the technology is going to have matured. And I think by the time I'm ready to build the successor to the 20 series, it'll be out. Or I might just wait until then and just keep saving. Keep getting myself some nice stuff. Oh my gosh, that... No, I two-shotted him. Dead. What? What did you hit her with? Die! Rip. And the system is going to be a showpiece. I mean, it's going to be RGB out the wazoo. The RAM is going to have dim length. Oh, it's going to have RGB LEDs that are the lengths of the dim. Nope, I know y'all's kryptonite now. What? How is that not it? What do people want? Oh, shoot. Shoot! Ah! Come on! Oh, well, that's unfortunate because I am completely taken Sunday. Oh! Snap, it worked on one. I suppose that's all it needs to work on. One of them. Life a little easier. Whoa, why did you... Got a trap. Dead. Finally! And now you take one. So anyway, I already know what's happening with my RAM. It's gonna be RGB sticks. All the RGB is going to be 100% addressable. Now, what I'm gonna do with this, I have no idea. I guess I'll figure it out later. I've already got RGB keyboard. Oh wait, I was wrong. Lumina murderizes this guy. See? Boom, dead. The RAM's gonna be RGB, the GPU's gonna be RGB, the motherboard's gonna have RGB elements for sure. The case is gonna have RGB elements. My keyboard will most certainly have it. I'm gonna make sure that, I don't know if I'm gonna go with tinted glass or, like, I know I'm going tempered glass because I want, like, no point in RGB if you can't see it, right? But I don't know if I want it tinted or not. Keep using Salamando. I keep being surprised when it does 1 damage. You know what's fun? This costing. Ella, you the real MVP. $6,730. You guys yield what? 1440? Ow. 1850. Okay, so I just need to kill like 3 or 4 of you. One more kill, and I think everything's like 1400 at least. But I mean, I want this computer to be a showpiece for sure. Because it's definitely going to be like the biggest, it's going to be the centerpiece of my house when I get one in a year or two. Oh, these jokers.
Again? How dare you show your face?
You know what? Props. These guys made it just as far as I did. In fact, they were a little ahead. So I've got to anyway. I've got to decide like what kind of power supply I need. Because the power supply I have right now is 850 watt. I might get another one. Oh, yeah, that's gonna have to be RGB. And if I can muster an RGB like some RGB SSDs, that'd be fantastic.
Yeah! Bet we could sell that for a mountain of gold.
Fine. Have it your way, losers. We'll take it by force. Go, my super special deluxe robot, Type 2, with turbo! I call this beauty Kettle Kid.
Alright, hold on. Oh, it's got a chainsaw! That's neat. That's neat. I love that. The design... Oh, lucid barrier. Okay. Hold on a minute. Zzz. What? Ow. Trying to think what else is like RGB out, like RGB AF these days. I'm pretty sure everything. I mean, hell, we have RGB mouse pads. Oh wow, this guy's actually got kind of a problem. About that. I don't feel like I'm getting anywhere. I mean, I'm pretty sure at this point there are power supplies with RGB. I just don't know any that work with your existing... You know what? No. Rip. Defeat Kettle Can. I wanted to be careful about that because I'll get all my health back and MP. There's one more boss. Heal me. Heal me. Heal me. Thank you, game.
What power! He's the real deal! What idiot said this guy wasn't the real legendary hero? Let's scram!
Good idea.
Whoop. Hold on to that. Ow. Oh, that might hurt. Ooh, what is up here? I want. Like, is this actually open now? Yeah, it is. And death trap. So the power supply is going to be RGB. The motherboard will have RGB. The RAM will have it. Whether I get an SSD that has it or not is going to largely depend on the case and whether the SSD is visible in any meaningful way. I think next year SSDs will be at a spot where they are mass storage. I'll probably still get a Western Digital Black 4TB drive just because, God, those things are massive. And then I've got to figure out what I do with my current machine. I mean, it does Wii U emulation great. So it stands to reason I could do... I mean, I don't know that I can do PS3 emulation, because PS3 emulation is a completely different animal. I can do Xbox 360 emulation, no problem. Like, whenever that emulator gets good, like, it's... I mean, it is kind of a matter of the emulator being good, but the fact is, the cores on your CPU can only process so much information. Oh, Mimic. Drop a chest. Drop a chest that is a Mimic. That'd be pretty funny. That would actually be really meta. Also, I'm kind of disappointed that the Flammy track doesn't change, because it would have changed. And you're dead. Why are you a rabbi? Magic armor. Is that different from what I already have? No, but I can sell it, and that will make me some money. Even though I'm probably rich AF now. You know what? I'm gonna hit you with this. Of course that does 0. Why wouldn't it? And dead. Think what else? So anyway, my case. I know my case is going to have tempered glass. So you can see the inside. By the time I pick it up, I mean, it might be tempered glass on both sides. So I really don't know how much I want people to see my cable management. And if there's SSD mounts on the back, then I think I'm just not going to get I think I'm not going to do RGB SSD because there's no point. Because I'm going to make use of those before I start putting them in external cages. Because ideally, what you're looking at, as far as cases internal aesthetics are concerned, ideally, all you see is the motherboard are things directly attached to the motherboard. That's kind of been like the goal. That's kind of been what we've been building up towards the last, I don't know, 10 years in case design. Well, in components. Die. Hellhound. You know what? Oh, they were called Heckhounds in the original. And the pink ones spawn Heckhound. Sword. Sword. Poker. Dead. Incidentally, these guys are scarier in this game than they are in Mega Man X. Turtle and a half shell. Turtle power. Ow. Technically, I should be asleep right now. If I can get 5 hours of sleep. But I'm a moron. So, not gonna happen. Whoa! Transformer? Well, then meets the guy. No, I should just start using chocolates, like, liberally. Where I came in? Yes, it is. No, it isn't. Just to show how much I mean, I am going to hard cut off at 45, so I'm just going to do whatever I can. Like, the way PC gaming was explained to me was, it is a no compromises platform. So, buying a 2070 is a compromise. And completely defeats the purpose. Nope, nope. not falling for that crap. Yes, I know. I could tell just by looking. Thank you, game. And it is always freeze. Not just Undyne's magic, it's always freeze. But I don't think I need to go above 850 watts. Heck, I know I'm not coming anywhere close to it, so I might go lower. Just so that way I can hit the efficiency curve. Which is better for the power supply anyway. Oh, gee, I wonder what this one uses. Hey, you're a book, so... So you're made of paper. Now, it stands to reason that. And rip. You know what? I'm just gonna make a wild guess. Salamando. I don't know, just, you know, I have, oh? Really? Gnome? Talk about subtlety. Okay. Yeah, and it's always this. So anyway, that's kind of my idea with the future build, and I'm probably going to just want to notate that anyway. Simply because this is going to be long term, and I need to make sure I stay true to this. I really do not need to deviate, since this machine's primary purpose will be to edit video. Ideally, it'll have the capacity to do so at 4K. Because the next new camera I buy will have 4K capability. Woof! What the heck? How'd your numbers go over there? That's odd. And a bug report to Square. They probably don't care anymore. They probably don't. Oh! You suck! Where is him? Alright, you have to be dead after that hit. Hit you like a ton of bricks. You know what? Out of my sight, buddy. Now, the biggest question I actually have... My gosh, why is everything resist my... My biggest question is if I should I do a custom loop? If I do a custom loop, it's just gonna have to wait. Like, the build's just gonna have to wait till I get a house. Because I need a dedicated space for that. Because even if I'm running soft tubing, like, I need somewhere where the water can go in case, like, there's a spill. And if I go hard tubing, I need a space to actually do the bends. And then I've actually got to learn how to bend hard tubing. Because I actually don't know any... Like, I've watched a lot of Jay's 2 cents. And I know just how good those can look. And I know a custom loop is going to give me all kinds of amazing temperatures. I may even consider delidding my CPU. Liquid metaling it. If the IHS is not soldered on, which I sincerely hope that it is. I know Ryzen CPUs are soldered. And Ice Lake is going to be soldered. Or whatever their 9th gen core series is. I think it's Ice Lake. Alright, this looks like Sylphid, but I'm going to... So a custom loop is going to look amazing. It's going to keep my system really cool. It's nothing in. It'll look, like I said, it'll look great, keep the system really cool, but like I said, I would have to have a dedicated space for it because I would have to do maintenance on it, and that would have to be every, I think, year and a half or so. Clean up, like drain the loop, clean it out, reassemble it, and that's like 2 hours. Because especially if I do hard tubing, like the whole loop's gonna come apart. Because I'm gonna have to clean the inside of the water block. I don't really want to. You know what? These guys are just gonna... Well, actually, I want them to benefit. But... Get Correct. Oh my gosh, why? Why would I forget that? So anyway, that's my thoughts on the PC upgrade. I don't think I'm gonna go full-size tower because my Define XL, I love it, best case in the world. My Define XLR2, amazing. I love that the backplate of the CPU is completely exposed because it just makes mounting a new water block so easy. What? I'm still fighting. You. Okay. Anyone else? This is definitely Salamander. Yeah, I'd have to have a house. I'd have to do a lot of research. And then I'm gonna need a couple test systems. Also, the other thing that making me need to get the house first is because if I do hard tubing, that's gonna raise the cost significantly, like very significantly. I think I saw somewhere like, depending on how many bends and what the loop looks like, especially if I go with just a CPU loop or go with a GPU loop, which I think I would. I don't know that the GPU needs, so I'm not going to overclock it. You don't need to overclock it. I mean, you can, and there's benefits to it. I just don't believe they're that tangible. I think you get more out of overclocking your CPU in the workloads that I'm going to be engaged in. Especially if you're dealing with higher resolutions, you actually want to... I would think you'd want to overclock your CPU first before your GPU, because the limiting factor is you want to get more frames to the GPU, but you've got to determine if you're CPU or GPU limited. And there's a lot that goes into figuring that out. I mean, I suppose you could look at like utilization charts, and I should have used. Want Doom. But with the build I'm thinking of, I'm trying to think what my limitation between CPU and GPU. I mean, you could be memory constrained. That's always a possibility, but I'm gonna go 64 gigs, so I don't think that's gonna be the problem. I think by the time I do that, I think 12 core is going to be kind of like the norm. And yeah, I realize I'm probably just rambling to myself right now, but you know what? I'd rather just be talking and going, hey, I have a microphone. Plus, it helps me get my thoughts in order. I probably just need to write something down as well. Because this build is going to be expensive. But I want a great computer. Like, I want a great all-purpose machine. That's what I want. Like, if I take a change in hobbies, I want my computer to be able to go with me. Really? Okay. Base. We'll go. We'll play your game. Oh, hey, what's up? Oh, you're supposed to use all the mana spirits. And I'm trying to think, who could this? I already used Gnome, Undyne, Filthy, and Salamando, so this could be not Dryad, I don't think. It could be Lumina. Yeah, I think it's Lumina. I'm gonna put money on it being Lumina. Oh, I'm good. Oh, am I good or what? Alright, so the next one's gonna be Shade. So those are demons, so they should take massive crab damage from them. Okay, I guess I'll do that. Sword Orb! I mean, technically I can show up to work at 3. Because I really, or 2:45 rather, because I really can't start editing until around there anyway. It's just not ready. I don't edit until there's a script. I work in a news station. Up that. Alright, so I'm gonna wager Shade. So the last one's gonna be Luna and Troy. Of course. Something to go in and enemies spawn. Or so those would have created staircases. That should kill that guy instantly. What? Johnny! How did Book survive? That does not make sense. You can bet I will be producing on that. That will be really cool. And I guess along the way I want to pick up like gear to make wherever it is, like whatever place I buy, I want to make it more production friendly. This book is ticking me off. Die already. You too. Thank you. Shackany. Yeah, I think I'll clear this whole thing that amount of time, or I'll be close enough where I can just be like. And Salamander at 6. Oh, so a cool thing happens at level 8. A really cool thing happens to most of your magic. The animation elements change, and they change in a very significant way. do I need to be here? Here, game. Nothing. Encourage me to here. Nothing. Oh, I see. Anything else? I actually don't think there's ever anything here. I think this is just meant to waste your time. You know, I kind of miss that. Like, sometimes dungeon elements just exist to consume your time, and that's okay. Let's see. Heyo! This is probably Luna. I think I spammed this so I could get that strong. I don't ever remember having Lucent being this strong in normal playthroughs. And I believe I can hit this with anything. So I'm gonna go cheat. Well, yeah, it has to be something like this. It has to be something lost. It won't respond to MP drain. This is definitely Dryad. No way this isn't Dryad. Wait, what? Honey? Didn't use Dryad. Whatever. Hey! Let go! Stop! Ah! You know what? Let him go. And that's gonna hurt quite a bit. Overwhelmed that guy.
taking care of the enemies down here. Now we can use this as a shortcut to the Grand Palace.
I guess we'll finish up. There's a boss fight getting ready to happen, and you know what? I'm actually completely ready. I don't remember using Dryad's magic.
Something's not right. The Emperor! He's dead! What's going on?
Hey! There's a passageway behind the altar. When that get there?
You made it.
You're the one who betrayed the Emperor!
I'm afraid so. Now that we control the Mana Fortress, we control the whole world.
Who's we?
Of course.
Thanatos.
Aha! The children are back. It has been a while.
What have you done with Diluc? Is he safe?
Of course. I wouldn't want anything to happen to my new body after all.
What?
He does not owe you an explanation. Sir, please head to the fortress. I will get revenge for Sheiks and Geshtar right here and now. Goodbye, pests.
Alright, let's see if I remember how to fight this thing. Oh. You don't fear anything? Okay, well then I'm just gonna hit you with Lava Wave just as kind of a test. Oh, wait a minute. What the heck am I doing? Pygmy sucks. Use a better status ailment. You're no. Come on, man. Surely there's a worse status. Like, why can't you hit me with Confuse? Something that actually changes the game. Even though, like, the Midget Mallet is kind of, like, optional equipment. Oh, wait! You're Snake. You're cold-blooded. Turn up the heat. That's gonna hurt. Oh, that's not a death animation. Okay. That is.
Thanatos. Why?
How did that not level anybody up?
survived? You could say he is and isn't Geshtar. I've used ancient magic to create a living machine. Now my faithful servants can serve me in death as well. You're the lowest of the low.
You know what? Take advantage of something made of metal. Oh! Oh, you suck. Okay, that hurt. You know what? He's actually like, he has like no evade stat, so let's go ahead and take advantage of that.
Try to stop me.
Here. Here.
Pure water.
Oh, nope. Nope.
Keep it coming.
Oh! There we go. That had to have connected.
Take more than that.
Here it comes. No, come back over here. Back over here. Come back. My gosh, these high levels suck. You know what? I'll probably actually... Oh, you know what? Oh, that's still live? How? Hey, Randy. Randy. Bye, game. This is magic stuff.
Let's go, Gaia. We turbo power.
Take more than that.
Magic has the fate of them. Like, the only indication you get is a short-lived message.
Take more than that. Take more than that.
Try to stop me.
There we go. That's what I wanted. Guess I kind of rely on crits. Granted, I do have a sword orb. Okay, that magic has to be dispelled by now. But I'm gonna double check. Yes! Alright. The big gun. Without that wall, he's just gonna eat damage. I got one more XP. Oh, you suck! And you're dead. Right? Right? Alright, he's gotta be close to getting deaded. Oh my gosh.
Takes more than that. Keep it coming.
There we go. I was gonna say. No way. I forgot to record the
They activated the mana fortress. The whole place is gonna sink.
You're safe. Are you...
Thanatos and his loyalists double-crossed the Emperor. What could he be planning?
Some of my men are waiting inside.
Sailing on the ocean blue. Oh, if it isn't my friend from the sand ship. It's me, Sergo. The other guys all escaped on Admiral Maria's ship. Now that the ocean's calmer, ships have set sail. Even Maury's had a change of heart. They've got him swabbing decks for now. Sailing on. The other guy. Now, even. Sailing.
Oh crap.
The other. Now that even more.
Alright.
Go now, huh?
Hey
It's
Nico's
shown you have everything before.
excessive price. let's update my equipment.
I guess you gotta go now, huh? Make sure you have everything before you leave. Anything else? Be seeing you.
And then I need to find a place to save the game. And then I'm just gonna put the PS4 in standby.
Are you all right? Troops barely managed to get away. We failed to stop them from reviving the fortress. The sword is not yet restored. The mana beast will soon appear. The world will fall in the crossfire between the beast and the fortress. But we must not give up hope. Remember what Sage Jock said. At the edge of the world, you'll find a sealed realm known as the Pure Land. Usually it's hidden under a cloud of mana fog so dense you couldn't even fly in. But now, the fortress is consuming the last of the world's mana to power itself. The barrier around the Pure Land will have gotten weaker. You should be able to reach it. The seeds you've been using to restore the sword are part of the mana tree itself. You should be able to synchronize with the tree and bring the sword back to its full power.
It's not over till it's over. We'll find the Pure Land.
No human has set foot in that realm, so you must be prepared for anything.
Alright, so we're gonna find Fana in here.
The Emperor was betrayed by those he trusted. It's ironically tragic.
We've stopped the Emperor, but the world is going to be destroyed. What's the point?
Oh, I said some awful things. Forget it. I know you weren't yourself. You couldn't help it. Seeing you and Diluc together, I got jealous of your happiness. Thanatos used his power to manipulate that ill will inside me. Please, forgive me. Pamela, look at me. We will always be friends, okay? You're too kind. I hope you get Diluc back as soon as possible. You're too kind. You're too kind.
We need to do something about that body.
Nothing's happening. Ah!
Alright, I need to turn my alarms back on. Hold on one second. I want to listen to this. I love the startup for this. Oh wait, there's no save point here. I was gonna use this as HQ, but now I need to find somewhere else. That's Potos Village, isn't it? Hippo Village. Whatever. If I try to go to the Mana Fortress.
We can't get through the shield. Let's fall back.
Oh, stop!
We can't.
Aim. Thank you. Now, does it still change position from due to lightning strikes? Or is it static? No, it doesn't change position.
We can't.
Thank you, game. Thank you. That really should be like a confirm. Kara? Akakara. I think they're a little expensive. Oh wait, I brought water back. I should be able to stay for free.
One night is 50.
You're charging me? I brought water back. You guys suck.
Fine work today. Oh, didn't see you there, Gnome. What's wrong?
I finally mustered up the courage to tell you.
What's with the long face? Is it another monster?
Oh, right, monsters. But that's not why I'm here this time. It's the missus. That's what.
Sis, what about her?
She's been summoning me a lot lately, and I mean, I'm happy to help you and the missus, but she asked me to run errands, give her shoulder rubs, clean her clothes. That's not my job description.
Elementals can do menial tasks too?
Why didn't I think of that?
Please have mercy, boss.
No.
If it isn't the missus, what brings you here?
I didn't realize you were opposed to the favors I was asking you. I apologize, Gnome.
Oh, well, yeah, it's all right. No, I'm done.
Uh-oh. That sweet tone sounds suspicious.
Sis doesn't apologize. Maybe she's gonna make Salamando her next target.
I do kind of like that dialogue that they're adding. Anyway, that's gonna be it for this stream. Been real. I might stream more tomorrow, and it'll be this game. Go ahead and save.
One night is 50.
Anyway, peace out. Have a good one.